If you are looking for credit union personal credit cards for fair credit, here is a review that you are actually looking for. Number 5, we have CCU Visa Signature Rewards. Our score, 8.9 over 10. So CCU stands for Consumers Credit Union. Okay, with this card, you actually have a 0% intro APR on new purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. This is really good. You actually also have, you can earn 3x the points for grocery convenience store purchases, 2x the points for gas purchases, and 1x the points for all other purchases. And it's really important to understand that you want to actually go after the 0% intro APR on this card. The minimum FICO score required on this credit card is 575. And CCU wants you to have a relationship with them for at least 1 year before you apply for this credit card, okay? And so it's called the CCU Visa Signature Rewards. What we love about this card is that you actually have automated fraud alerts. You have customized spending limits. This is really good. And the card actually allows you to have a 24-hour member service with a live representative. This is kind of cool. Somebody actually living in the United States, not somewhere all over the world. And so this card is fantastic. One thing you also want to know about this card is that CCU has this thing called the 321 Rewards Points Program. So as I said before, you earn 3x the points per dollar spent on a maximum of $6,000 in annual spend for grocery and convenience store purchases. So this basically equates to a maximum annual points accrual of 18,000 points for grocery and convenience store purchases. You can earn 2x the points for gas purchases and 1x the points for all other purchases. One thing I need to specify here is that points do expire after 5 years, okay? You have Visa Zero Liability. You have travel accident insurance for up to $250,000. You have lost luggage reimbursement up to $3,000. So overall, this is a great card if you are interested, please. And there's one thing I need to also mention. You have an exclusive Visa Signature Concierge service available 24/7. Fantastic. If you want to have more information, call 1-877-275-2228 during normal CCU business hours, 877-275-2228, or after hours you want to call 866-820-3842. Very important. So CCU Visa Signature Rewards, our score 8.9 over 10. Number 4, we have here Connectus Everyday Rewards Plus. Our score 9 over 10. By the way, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. We really love having you. Please make yourself comfortable. Take some notes if you have to. And so when you think about the Connectus Everyday Rewards Plus, you are able to earn up to 4x unlimited points and receive $200 bonus on this card. The minimum FICO score to actually qualify for this credit card is 600, and they want you to have a relationship with them for 9 months minimum. Okay, so you have an intro APR for purchases and balance transfers for the first 6 billing cycles. Okay, and after that, the APR, not really that big, not really that great, but it is what it is. The APR goes from 18.74% to 28.74% based on your credit. Okay, and so you have basically 4x unlimited points on dining, takeout, and food delivery. You have 2x points, unlimited points at grocery stores, grocery delivery, gas and electric, vehicle charging stations, and streaming services. 1x unlimited points on all other eligible purchases. And the $200 bonus that I just spoke to you earlier, that reward, which equates to 20,000 points, you actually will get it after you spend $1,000 within the first 120 days of account opening. So you can the cool thing is that you have flexibility in terms of point redemption. You can redeem points for travel, cashback, and more. Okay, so there are so many options to redeem rewards. For example, you can redeem for cashback 2,500 points for $25 cashback, merchandise, music, movies, books, electronics, brand name gift cards, over 250 brands of retailers and restaurants. And in terms of travel, you have air travel, hotel stays, rental cars, and more. So this is really great. And what we love about this card is that there are no required enrollment into categories. Okay, and this credit card actually, the Connectus Everyday Rewards Plus card, you are able to integrate that card very well into your mobile wallet and earn points conveniently and securely. Okay, there's no annual fee on this card. We love that a lot. And one thing I also need to say here is that please make sure that you remember that the 0% intro APR actually applies for the first 6 billing cycles, only 6 billing cycles. So the CCU Visa Signature Rewards that I just speaking to about earlier, this will actually take you all the way to 12 months. But the Connectus Everyday Rewards Plus only has 6 billing cycles. Very important. Number 3 here, we have a Service Credit Union Visa Everyday Preferred. Our score, 9.3 over 10. And I want to quickly remind you of today's topic here. We're having a conversation about credit union personal credit cards with fair credit that grants you massive limits no matter what. And the Service Credit Union Visa Everyday Preferred is a fantastic credit card. Why? Because you can earn 1 point for every dollar spent and enjoy great benefits. Okay, you can enjoy low rates and no annual fee. This is really great. When we talk about low rates, we're speaking about an APR that oscillates from 16.40% to 18%. Okay, no annual fee, no foreign transaction fees, no hidden APR increases for late payments. And this is kind of cool. So basically, you have 1 point in terms of rewards. You have 1 point for every dollar spent. You can use the points for cashback, travel, merchandise, and more through You Choose Rewards. This is really, really good. We love that a lot. And so you also have an ability to tap to pay with Visa's contactless card. Okay, so overall, with this Service Credit Union Visa Everyday Preferred, you are able to take advantage of Visa's signature benefit. To actually qualify for this credit card, you got to have a minimum credit score of 590. And you got to have a relationship with a Service Credit Union for the last for at least 12 months. Okay, so it's important to know that. But now, in terms of Visa Signature's benefits, you have travel and emergency assistance services. This is really good. You have emergency card replacement. So, for example, if your card is lost or is ever lost or stolen, Visa will basically block your card, and if the card number is known, and connect you with your Service Credit Union to get an emergency card replacement within 1 to 3 business days. This is really cool. You have extended warranty protection that comes with the card. This is really fantastic. And you have purchase security. So overall, this is a great card, and that you really, this is not a card that you want to use for balance transfers or cash back. No, this card is great for points. Okay, remember, you get 1 point for every dollar spent. So you can use points for cashback, travel, merchandise, but you have to redeem everything through You Choose Rewards. Number 2 here, we have Navy Federal Cash Rewards. Our score, 9.7 over 10. So we love Navy Federal Cash Rewards a lot. This is a card that allows you to actually get a low intro APR on balance transfers and earn $100 cash back when you spend $1,000 within 90 days of account opening. This is really good, okay? And so the card is great for getting cash back, everyday spending, and if you have an average to excellent credit, this is kind of cool. The minimum credit score they want you to have on this card is 575. If you have 575, you will qualify for the Navy Federal Cash Rewards, and you got to be with Navy Fed for at least 9 months, okay? And the cool thing here is that if you are already a member, you can find out if you pre-qualify for this Navy Fed Cash Rewards credit card before you even submit your application. And we would really advise you to go through the pre-qual first, so that you are actually preserving your FICO score from decimation. You don't want to decimate your FICO score, right? So please go through the pre-qual process first. And in terms of APR, you have an APR for balance transfers and purchases that goes from 13.40% to 18%. And so you have no annual fees, no balance transfer fees, no foreign transaction fees, no cash advance fees, okay? In terms of rewards, you have up to 1.75% cashback on all purchases, okay? And you can start redeeming rewards as soon as you earn them. This is really fantastic. So there are no rewards limits, no rewards expiration while the account is open, and you have a collision damage waiver. And one thing I want to say here is that with this card also has a 24/7 access to stateside member reps. You have no balance transfer on or foreign transaction fees. You have the ability to freeze and unfreeze your cards. You have zero liability policy for unauthorized transactions. You have fraud notifications. You have access to your credit score. So this is really great. So here you have a smorgasbord of benefits that come with the PenFed Cash Rewards. So our score, once again, 9.7 over 10. Number one, the best of the best in our view when it comes to the top 5 credit union credit cards for fair credit that grants you wonderful limits. The PenFed Platinum Rewards Visa Signature. Our score, 9.9 over 10. 9.9 over 10. Okay, so today's topic, again, I just want to quickly remind you, we're speaking about the top 5 credit union credit cards for fair credit that grants you massive limits. So in our view, the PenFed Platinum Rewards Visa Signature card is great for it. It's the best credit union credit card overall. Their FICO score minimum is 550. And the cool thing, the reason why PenFed is number 1 here is because PenFed, not every American qualifies for a PenFed membership, but every American does for PenFed, right? For PenFed, they have some like 98% of Americans qualify for PenFed, but PenFed is 100%. They have no restrictions. No restrictions. I got it. No restrictions based on geography, biology, profession, or what have you. Okay. And with this PenFed Platinum Rewards Visa Signature, you have actually 15,000 points after you spend $1,500 during the first 3 months after opening the account. The APR goes from 17.99. That's the minimum, and you have 5x points on gas paid at the pump and EV charging stations. You have 3x points at the supermarkets, including most Target and Walmart locations, restaurants, and TV, radio, cable, and streaming services. And you have 1 point on all other purchases. There is no annual fee. Okay, there's no intro APR here. And one thing we love about this card is that you're basically reaping benefits over and over and over. This is just fantastic. If you have this card allows you to actually earn rewards on gas paid at the pump or EV charging station. Okay, and when you think, and also at the supermarket and all other purchases. But where really PenFed shines, and I just want to quickly talk to you about the pros and cons. The pros, where PenFed really shines, is that anyone can become a member. I just said it. 100% of Americans can qualify for membership. You have impressive rewards on gas and food-based spending. You have no annual or foreign transaction fee. And you have a 0% intro APR on balance transfers. What about the cons? Rewards will be low if you don't charge much in high reward categories. And you do have an unimpressive welcome bonus in our view. If you have made it so far, I want to give you a bonus. And in the bonus we had during the course of our research, we have found another credit card that is great when it comes to fair credit, high limit. And this is the BCU Cashback Visa. Our score, 8.5 over 10. BCU stands for Boeing Employees Credit Union, a fantastic institution, fantastic. And so with this cashback visa, you actually can earn 1.5% cashback with no annual fee. The only problem with BCU, problem quote unquote, of course, only detriment in our view is because it is geo-restricted. It is geographically restricted. So if you are in the state of Washington and a few other states, you can qualify. They're not available nationwide. Okay, so this is the only thing. Otherwise, this is a wonderful institution. They have great services, great products. And so for the cashback visa here, you are talking about an APR that starts at 14.74%. You have 1.5% unlimited cashback, and you pay no annual fee. I said that before. And you have you can earn a $300 cashback bonus after you spend $3,000 on purchases in the first 3 months of account opening. No balance transfer fees, no cash advance fees, no foreign transaction fees. And this is kind of cool. And one thing I also need to say about this card is that you are able to actually see which card really works for you, because BCU has a smorgasbord of credit cards. Okay, and so all the credit cards from BCU offer great benefits. And so you have the cashback visa, you have the visa. So if you have the cashback visa, for example, you have unlimited 1.5% cashback. APR that goes from 14.74 to 25.74. If you have the Visa only, you have 11.74 to 23.74% APR. And as a new cardholder, you have a 0% APR for 12 months. This is really fantastic. So you basically have an option, okay? You have the option to choose whichever card is great for you. And that's what we love about BCU. Yeah, and on top of that, you have a mishmash of a litany of additional benefits. You have extended warranty protection, roadside dispatch, $500,000 worldwide automatic travel accident insurance, travel and emergency assistance services. You have price protection, really important. You have lost luggage reimbursement, baggage delay protection, okay, trip cancellation, trip interruption coverage. So a long list of things that are really great. If you need more information, call 1-800-233-2328. 800-233-2328. Fantastic. Let me give you an overview of credit union credit cards for fair credit, so you have a clear idea of the best player that you need to go after. If you want to get a credit card from a credit union and you have fair credit, you want a large limit, you need to understand the pros and cons of this type of credit card. So what are the pros? So the pros, you are able to get a credit card at a very high rate. You have not a high rate, at a very high limits. Okay, so a large limit. You have lower rates and fees. Okay, it's fairly common from a credit union credit cards to come with lower annual percentage rates, annual fees, foreign transaction fees, balance transfer fees, and late payment fees when compared to credit cards from most traditional banks, right? And you also have high levels of customer service. This is really fantastic. Since credit unions tend to focus on providing great customer experiences, you may expect higher levels of service and interaction than most big banks that focus primarily on numbers. It is what it is, okay? You also have access to other financial products. So credit unions offer the same basic financial products that banks do, including checking accounts, savings accounts, certificates of deposits, auto loans, personal loans, and mortgages. So those are for the pros when we talk about personal credit cards with fair credit and large amounts. What about the cons here? Well, you have membership eligibility criteria. I was talking to you earlier about PenFed that does not allow everybody to be a member. Same thing for BCU. So you may apply for a credit card through a credit union only after becoming a member. Since credit unions have limitations surrounding who may become members, this might work as a drawback, right? Because you can have a blockage based on your geography, on your biology, on your profession, on your on other things, on your congregation, for example. You also have what we call cross collateralization. So cross collateralization refers to linking all your credit accounts from a single credit union. In this case, if you default on any one account, it may use a different account's collateral to secure the same. For instance, assume you have a credit card and an auto loan from the same credit union. If you default on your credit card, the credit union may take possession of the automobile purchased using the auto loan. Not all credit union credit cards come with cross collateralization, although it's just better to read the fine print in advance, okay? Always better. You also, sometimes you might have limited 24/7 customer service. So it is what it is. You just need to know what works for you. Before I close to this conversation, let me give you a few pro tips when it comes to getting a personal credit card with fair credit from a credit union. The question is it easier to get a credit card from those institutions? The answer is yes. But you want to first start by cultivating a relationship. You want to form a relationship. Okay, everything starts with you trying to make sure that you are starting things on the right footing. Very important, okay? And so it is possible. Credit unions want to focus on human experiences. They want to make sure that you have the best experience possible. So they'll work with you to create that experience. But you in return also have to be in a situation where you are helping them create that experience for you. Okay, and so the question is it better to get a credit card through your bank? Not necessarily. Necessarily. It depends, again, going back to what I said, going back to the origins. It's all about the relationship that you have created. What kind of relationship do you have with your bank? What kind of are you comfortable working with your bank? So those are really important things you need to think about. Okay, and also you also need to think about what kind of credit cards are you looking for. Does your credit union offer that specific credit card you're looking for? For example, if you're looking for a cashback credit card, if you're looking for a rewards credit card, if you're looking for a mile points credit card, whatever you're looking for, does your credit union offer that? If they don't, then you might want to go to a bank, because the bank has a larger net when it comes to credit cards, right? So you have to think about that. And one thing I also want to say here is that if you want to boost your chances of approval when it comes to a credit union credit card with fair credit, please go to a branch, or you want to give them a call first. You want to first call them to make sure you're comfortable. You ask all the questions, you gather all the intel needed before you even do anything. Okay, don't don't apply online and then you're surprised. Then they give you a small ass limits, and then then you're pissed about the limits, and then you can't do anything. You have to wait 6 months or 9 months for them to actually to increase your limit. You don't want that. Ask all questions beforehand and get all the answers you need before doing anything. Okay, so overall, yes, credit unions are great institutions to get credit cards from, and they will give you higher limits and lower fees. Before I do a recap of today's conversation, please check out our short video about our credit card evaluation approach. We do have a strong method, a very thorough method when it comes to checking, evaluating, and categorizing credit union credit cards for fair credit. Check this out. So let me recap here. So number one, we have PenFed Platinum Rewards Visa Signature. Our score 9.9 over 10. Number two, we have NavyFed Cash Rewards 9.7 over 10. Number three, we have Service Credit Union Visa Everyday Preferred 9.3 over 10. Number four, we have Connectus Everyday Rewards Plus 9 over 10. Number five, we have CCU Visa Signature Rewards 8.9 over 10. And in the bonus category, we have BCU Cashback Visa, our score, 8.5 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.